PrettySpiritual channel, and today's reading is How Do They Feel About You? Now, I haven't done this reading in over a month, and what I do is I kind of cycle out the readings, and so I'll do one about money and work, I'll do one about obviously how do they feel about you, I'll do one for what is the situation and your advice. I do the health readings every month. I'll do a yes or no reading. I do different ones, and I cycle them out. So every month you're going to see generally the same type of readings from my channel, but I do them like maybe once or so a month so that you guys have time to cycle out the next bit of energy. Um, I'm not a big fan of doing the same kind of readings every week or every day because I feel like people will pretty much get the same energy. So my readings are they're very much they're timeless. So whenever you come across this is whenever the message is meant for you. Yes, a reading in a message can be timeless because every message is not meant for everyone when that reading is actually done. For some people, it won't resonate until months later or weeks later or even a whole year later. And I've actually come across readings where it was like a reading done a whole year ago and it literally resonated as if it was done that very day. So in the spiritual realm, there is no sense of time. Only in the physical world there is. So people always ask, are readings timeless? Yes, they are. Okay. For that very reason. So my readings can be very extended. So watch any readings I do on this channel on a faster speed. So you go to the top right hand corner of the screen, click on the three dots, click on 1.5x or 2x. That way you can watch in half the amount of time and still be able to hear the entire reading. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to generally go ahead. I'm going to get started. So you guys, I'm just going to go with group 1, group 2, and am I missing one? Am I missing one? Oh, hold on. I should have been happy. Where is it? Sorry. In group 3. Okay, I would like to do 4 groups, but I'm gonna stick with 3 because the more groups I do, the more time it is, and I only have time to do 3 this evening. Okay, this is being done live, so whenever you come across this, you may see me well, whatever. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna move that away. You guys, you pick the group that is going to be the reading that is for you, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started on group 1. Okay. Please bear with me and patience. All right. Okay. And I will timestamp this. However, if I don't get to timestamp it, then you guys go ahead and timestamp it for me. So group 1, and I'm gonna actually write this down at what time it starts. That's right. Group 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So group 1 will start at 4 minutes. Okay. Group 1 will start at 4 minutes. All right. Group 1. Group 1. Group 1. Group 1. How do they feel about you? This reading can apply to general situations. It can apply to love life and dating, relationships. It can apply to family situations. It can apply to friendship type of situations. It can apply to situationships, coworkers, whatever. Okay, so let's see. How do they feel about you? Okay, how do they feel about you? And take only what resonates, what doesn't. Leave it exactly where it is. Leave it exactly where it is if it doesn't make any sense. Simply because there's a lot of people watching this, so make sure you go to the top right hand corner of the screen, click on the 3 dots, click on speed settings, and then click on either 1.5x or 2x if you are watching this after it's done live, okay? Because my readings tend to be on the extensive side, so Um, you guys, you got the despair. You got the despair card. So someone feels like they lost something, and or they feel like they have to leave something or let something go. Um, to despair is literally to grieve over a loss. Okay. So someone really feels like they lost you. Now, this is supposed to be about their energy. However, it could very well, the cards could be picking up on your energy as well. So if you notice that it's picking up on your energy, then that means you're being, told to pay attention to your energy rather than theirs. But, you know, yeah. I feel like, though, even though there is despair, there's still, if you look, there's this window of, I like to see it as a window of opportunity or a window of, um, like, a lot of times if you grieve a loss, you're moving forward. You grieve so that you can move forward into a beautiful space. But I still feel like it's a window of opportunity, though. So even though if it seems like they're really disappointed and feel like they lost in a situation, or like there's a loss here, or they're grieving in some form, um, I feel like it's still some sort of window of opportunity here, that either they feel like there's still a window of opportunity. Somebody feels like there's still a window of opportunity here, or they're at least hoping that there is. Um, and I never pay attention to the hands on the card, but today I am. So it feels like somebody's reaching for another chance, another opportunity, or they're reaching to want to exit into um, a better situation. Okay, so it's possible somebody could be looking at exiting the situation, but I feels like in lieu of exiting the situation, I feel like somebody's, like I said, looking to see if there's a possibility, if there's another chance to um, see this blossom into something healthy or beautiful or whatever. And then you got the compromise card. Okay, you got the compromise card. Now I have higher self here, decisions. Okay. However, I didn't. Normally, you guys, when I shuffle these decks, I shuffle them so that cards can come in the upright or the reverse. However, I wasn't really shuffling it that way, so I don't know if this really should be in the upright or in reverse. Um, so what I'm going to do is throw it back in there, and I'm going to shuffle this time in mind, keep it in mind that I do want to make sure, because I flip the decks around quite a bit so I can get cards to go in all kinds of directions. If it's meant to come back out, then it'll come back out. But it seems like it's a possibility. Um, I feel like they know there's a decision that needs to be made, or someone knows there's a decision needs to be made. Um, it's possible that somebody's not making a decision yet, but there's some level of compromise or an agreement or something that has to be made. There's a level of understanding that has to be had. There's a level of agreeableness that needs to be, um, there. It feels like somebody, either they want to compromise, either they want to make peace, either they want to um, make a deal or make an arrangement or agreement, or find a way to coexist or get along or make peace, or that's how you feel. But somebody feels that way in this situation. But like I said, this is supposed to be about how they feel. And like I said, if it turns out that it's picking up your feelings, then like I said, Spirit is telling you need to pay attention to what's going on with the way you feel. Okay, so we have new beginnings here. For the most part, this is in an upright, but it also came out at an angle. I always pay attention to the way cards come out. So this is leaning towards a possibility of a new beginning. Okay, a new beginning. So I'm not going to pretend like The decisions card didn't come out. There's a decision that needs to be made here, and somebody's thinking about making a decision or they're not, but someone's thinking about a new beginning, a new opportunity. And this makes sense because with the despair card here, even though there's disappointment or feeling like things didn't work out or there's a loss, there's still a window of opportunity that's here. So someone is feeling like there's a window of opportunity here, but it's going to require compromise in some form or reconciliation or um, finding a way to coexist or get along in some form. It could be working things out, talking things over, um, being willing to see eye to eye, being agreeable. It could be therapy as well, counseling or something like that, because there's another person here looking and watching. And to me, that's almost like a therapist literally sitting there mediating here, you know? So it could be mediation or something, or counseling or therapy between two people here, okay? And they could be thinking about this, or you could be thinking about this. But someone wants to walk through this door of a new beginning, and I feel like that's a fresh start, starting over again and trying to put a whole new spin on this, and start fresh again. Have a whole new beginning here in this situation. So I feel like they want a new beginning with you. Okay, either they want this or you want this, but this is supposed to be about the way they feel. All right. So let me move forward. I know it seems like I'm a little long-winded, but I like to make sure that I'm really you know expounding upon the cards and what I see there. All right, so let's see what else is here. What else? How else does this person feel about you here in the situation? Okay, you have the creation card, but it's in reverse. Okay, you got the creation card reversed. So I feel like they do not know how to, they don't know how to turn this into something, or they don't know how to manifest the situation. There's something here they don't know how to manifest with you. There's something here they don't know how to work out with you, I feel like. Okay, let's see what else is here. What else is here for the next one? So there's a level of despondence here. Okay, so someone someone is in a bit of a mood. Someone feels some type of way, literally. Somebody literally is, they're tuning out from the other person, while the other person is literally upset about this or feeling resentful. So this is like resentful energy, but it's also like energy of being aloof also to some degree. So they could be feeling aloof about you, feeling resistant, or feeling resentful. Okay, all in their feelings and whatnot. They could be feeling a little angry, feeling upset, feeling stubborn. Like, I don't want to talk to you, kind of thing. They also could possibly be in their own little world, so maybe they're not even focused directly on you right now in the moment. Maybe they're taking a moment to kind of like be in their own little world. All the while they are kind of like, turning away from you and saying, I don't want to talk to you right now, because they are in their feelings for some reason. Okay, so let's see what else. Okay, so impartiality. Okay, so, and this is in reverse. So they really have not found balance here in a situation, but at the same time, to me, the impartiality card upright would be, they would be indifferent. In this case, it feels like they're definitely biased in a situation. They have their biases here. They have their biases towards you. They have their biases in that they, like I said, they do have a bone to pick with you, or they do feel like there's something that um, they can't get past for whatever reason. It's like a hang up that they have, and it's like they're holding something against you to some degree. They're not able to be fair, balanced, or impartial, or indifferent, or unbiased right now. So they do have their biases towards you. Um, they do have their hang-ups towards you. And this is definitely why I feel like somebody needs to, somebody definitely needs to step in and mediate between you two, and give you guys, and be able to be that voice of reason, that would be impartial and indifferent and unbiased in a situation, so that you guys can be able to see eye to eye and work things out. But let's see, how else do they feel about you? Okay. Flip one more time, the shuffle, and let's see. There we go. Ooh, okay, so, all right, so destruction, sideways and reverse. I feel like they don't know how to manifest something with you. And they could be hesitant to even try to manifest something with you, or try to figure out how to work something with you, or work something out with you, because they just don't want any issues. They don't want drama. They don't want toxicity. They don't want issues. They don't want arguments. They don't want to fight. They don't want to battle. They don't want to go through any of that. Okay. I feel like they rather just avoid conflict. Okay. So therefore, they're trying to just leave this alone, and they're not looking to manifest anything, or they're not looking to figure out how to work out the situation, or how to finesse this whole situation. They just don't even want to deal with it right now. With the work card here, now either this is not for everybody. For some of you, this may be a coworker, or this may be a boss, or whatever. This could be a work-related situation. It doesn't have to be. But I feel like I said, they're resistant, and they're kind of being stubborn right now. It's I want to say that they may want to work on this. They may want to work on this. But it's like it's complicated. It's like it's complicated. Could they get this to work? Could you guys work this out? Do they want to work this out? I feel like they do. Problem is, in order for things to really get going here, it's like they have to come out of this mood that they're in, this despondence, I don't know. I feel like I said, somebody's really grinding their gears here. Okay. Like they're really somebody's really going through the motions. Okay. Somebody's really just going through the motions. Let's see what else is here. I mean, it's like the energy is just so, it's complicated. It's complicated. It doesn't feel like this is that simple. It feels like it's complicated for some reason. They could be complicating it. You could be complicated, or everybody's complicated, but it just feels like it's complicated. The puzzle card comes out because it's like they're confused about you, but then yet they still feel like they got you all figured out. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So I feel like they still don't get what your angle is, or they don't know what to think about you, but yet they still think they got you figured out, or they still figure like they know you, or what to expect of you for some reason. And I feel like this is where their biases come in, like I said, I feel like they think half the time they got you figured out, but they know that they really don't have you entirely figured out. Like I said, I feel like half the time they are confused by you or about you. Okay. So we have flowers in reverse. I didn't really get to shuffle for that long. I really prefer to shuffle longer. So to me, the flowers in reverse is like they don't see this as they feel like the situation. I feel like they feel ugly. They either feel ugly towards you or they think um you're ugly as a person. And I don't mean literally like ugly physically, but they could be feeling like you have an ugly side to you or that you show an ugly side sometimes. They could be showing an ugly side towards you as well. It could be going both ways or one or the other. Um, it also could be they just don't know how to make this a pleasant situation, or they feel like the situation is unpleasant, or that it's just not looking good or it's not looking beautiful. Um, Now I threw it back in there because I didn't get the shuffle long enough, and I prefer to shuffle longer. And I try to shuffle for the cards to go in the upright and the reverse so I get the most meanings out of them. Okay, so if it comes back out, then it was meant to. So, um, to me, I feel like they want to cut something out of the situation. They want to cut something out or let something go. Okay, either it could be they want to um, either they want to release you or they want to cut something out of the situation that hasn't been working. Okay. They also could be feeling like cutting it feel like they could be wanting to cut something off in the situation or cut you off, or they could be feeling like you cut them off. Now, to some degree, I feel like for some of you, you cut them off or you cut off, it could be cut off communication, it could be anything. And this is why they feel a despair or they feel a loss or they feel like, situation hasn't been working out or they've been grieving. Okay, because something could have ended or something could have been cut off or cut out. Okay, this is someone sitting here. Half the time they're daydreaming, half the time they're thinking, half the time they're just wasting time away. Okay, this is the privileged lady. And you know to me, she's someone who usually, if you see her, she has the luxury of time on her hands. She's carefree. She's not worried about anything because she's privileged. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a carefree, worry, stress-free card. This is like a card of um, being able to afford to just sit, think, fantasize, relax, or whatever. So I feel like half of the time, the way they're seeing you or viewing you in the situation is like, um, I feel like sometimes they feel ideal about you, other times they don't. I feel like half the time they feel like they may have the time or the energy to deal with you, the other half the time they don't. You know, it's almost like I feel like they wonder if they can afford you or not, or, in terms of time, energy, resources, whatever, or whatever it is they have to give or offer. This is going to resonate very differently for some of you. For some of them, I feel like they could be feeling like you may have a little too much time on your hands sometimes, not always, but sometimes. It's possible that this could be going the other way around, but like I said, this is supposed to be how they feel about you and not vice versa. But if you find that it's picking up your energy and how you feel about them, then like I said, it's just spirit saying pay attention to yourself and your feelings and don't worry less about them and their feelings and how they care or think about you. So okay, so it looks like, close my blinds. It looks like with with the watchtower there, they could be keeping their distance or they could be watching you from a distance. For the most part, I feel like they're leaning towards just keeping their eye on you from a distance. Okay? Because they're trying to figure out if they will make the time or have the time to deal with you not, or to try to see if they can work something out or if they can make it work. It's like they're trying to see if they can manage to have the time. to work this out. Okay. If they could manage to have the time to even deal with you, or the energy or the peace of mind to deal with you. Could be vice versa, but so what I'm going to do here is I have a couple of decks here that I created myself by hand. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle for more direct messages into how they feel about you. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my tarot cards to see kind of like what the outcome will be in terms of what they'll do and this and that other. And then I will use tarot cards and oracle cards to pull advice for you guys. So keep in mind, because my readings are a little extensive, go to the top right hand corner of the screen, click on the three dots, click on 1.5x or in 2x after you click on speed settings. So go to the top right hand corner of the screen, click on speed settings. Yeah, click on the three dots, then click on speed settings, then click on 1.5x or 2x. That way you can watch this reading in half the amount of time instead of, and still be able to hear everything, okay? So if the reading is 30 minutes, you'll hear it in 15. If the reading is an hour, you'll hear it in 30 minutes, okay? And you'll still hear everything. All right, so let's see what more direct messages can we get in terms of how they view you, how they feel about you. And keep in mind, anything could pop out of this deck. So if it seems like it's out of place, like if you're looking at this reading to see how a boss or a coworker feels about you, or how a family member feels about you, or a friend, a platonic friend, or friends with benefits or lover or whatever, keep in mind some of the things that come out on these cards may or may not resonate. Just take what resonates and what doesn't, leave it exactly where it is, okay? So let's see. That feels like it want to fall out. What is this? Okay. So you got the seductive, playful flirt card. This could be how they're feeling about you. Either they want to be more seductive or playful or flirty with you. Okay. Or they could be feeling like you're seductive, playful, or a flirt. Okay. Hopefully that's a good thing. If they're thinking this about you, they think you're messy. So sorry to deliver that. This is the religious and faithful card. So they could be feeling like you also could be religious for some reason, or that you have a lot of faith. Okay. You could have, they could feel like you have a lot of faith in the situation, or they could just feel like you have a lot of faith in, God, or faith in, things working out or whatever. Okay. Even possibly spiritual, but let me see if I can get one more, or at least a few more. Yeah, let's see. Let's get as many as possible. Because I said, what resonates, take it. If it doesn't make sense for your situation, leave it where it is. Because it's a lot of you who may watch this, and you only want to take the information that makes sense. Okay. All right. Something about marriage with others, or they are married. They could be feeling like you're married, or something about having marriage with others. If this isn't true, then it isn't true, but this is what they think, okay, for some reason. So maybe you need to clear that up. They feel like you're a liar, okay? And you guys, you got the swingers, the lust card, the sex card, the threesome card, okay? They may want this with you, okay? They may want to actually do something like this with you, okay? This is not going to apply for everybody. So if this is a reading that you're looking at for family members, that you want to know how a family member feels about you, or a coworker, disregard that card. Unless you know that coworker really likes you, this better not be a relative that feels this way about you. But if it's about a relative, disregard that card, okay? And let's see if I can, a few more. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It can apply to different situations for who you're asking about. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Way too much. Way too many cards. Okay. So they could feel there's no growth, not a bright future, or no future. Either they feel this way about you and your connection with them, or they feel this way about you. Um, they may very well feel content about you or with you, or they could feel like you're content, luck or lucky. They could be feeling you are lucky. Okay. Oh, they could be feeling open-minded about you, or feeling like you're open-minded. Sorry, you guys. That alarm randomly came through. So it's possible they could be feeling alarmed about you to some degree. Baby girl that fell on the floor. I don't know why the baby girl card would be there. It's possible that I don't know if you have a child or something, and it's a girl or whatever, or if you're pregnant, if it's a girl, or maybe they think of you as their baby girl, depending on who they are. Um, they could be feeling like you're wise. They could be feeling you're discontent, or they could be feeling discontent with you. It's also possible they could be wanting to be wise about you, and something about like others or someone else. So maybe they either like someone or someone else, or they think you do. Okay, I know that seems vague, but um, it's a general reading. They could be feeling you're giving, or they could be feeling like they want to be giving towards you. Okay, they could be feeling like they want to either be loving towards you or you're loving. And okay, so that's it. That's it. Okay, let me pull some other messages here. Now, this particular deck here, you're not going to be able to see the messages because I wrote on these cards in pencil. However, I am honest with what I see on the card, okay? So this deck will also tell me how they feel about you. Oh, that flew out really fast. Okay. They want to be your friend or be friends. Okay. All right. They are too busy right now. Now, I did mention it earlier that they was trying to figure out if they really had the time or the luxury, or if they could afford to even try to make things work with you, which is why, even though they're from a distance, they're keeping an eye on you from a distance. Let me see if I can get another. So that was just confirmation that they're really busy right now. Okay, it says they are annoyed by you. But I feel like they're annoyed by you because they don't have a lot of time to give. And if you're trying to get a lot of time and energy out of them, that would annoy someone. So don't take it personal, it says they're attracted to your mind. Okay. And these are going to be the last of it. Thinks you're crazy or delusional. So maybe they feel like you're not looking at things from a realistic perspective. It's possible they could literally think you're crazy or delusional, but I feel like it's more so about them, thinking you're not looking at things from the most rational perspective. Um, you know, um, it says thinks about you occasionally here and there. Like I said, I've already pointed out they're busy, so that makes sense. And it says attracted to your soul and spirit. Okay, so you take the good with the bad. That's as real as it gets. So now what I'm going to look at is, what can I get for? I want to look at some kind of prediction. Okay, I'm going to look for a prediction, a future prediction in some form. So let's see, in terms of you know what? I'm not going to do a prediction. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pull some tarot cards to also see how they feel about you. And then what I'll do is I'll move on to do the advice. That's what I'll do. Okay? That's what I'll do. All right. So, how do they feel about you? Oh, there it is. Okay, so the devil card. They literally could be feeling like either you're like the devil himself, meaning you are I'm sorry, don't take this the wrong way, because there's lots of ways to look at the devil card. They either can be feeling like either they feel like you're evil or mean or torturing to them in some form, or like you're manipulative in some form. They also could be feeling like you are tempting them in some form, like you are a strong temptation for them that they find hard to resist. They also could be feeling like you are addictive, like they just can't leave you alone. Okay. Um, they also could be feeling like I'm hearing puppet master for somebody, like maybe you're trying to control them or use resources to control them in some form, or you're really possessive, controlling, whatever it may be. Some of you, they could be feeling like you're giving them a lot of hell and hassle, or whatever it is, or making them feel like hell, something, um, whatever the case is. This is just, it's so many ways to look at this card. Okay. So there's good sides to it, and there's bad sides to it. Okay. In a lot of cases, I feel like for some of you, they could be feeling like you're addictive, even though you have your pros and your cons. You're somebody they can't resist. They find tempting. Um, they can't seem to completely let go of, even though you may not be um, the best person for them in that, like I said, because of maybe how you treat them or something or whatever. But Six of Swords in the reverse, they don't really feel like they're able to move forward in peace, or like they can move things forward in a better way or to a better place. Like the situation really is as rough as it is, and they don't feel like they can get things to move forward or get things to smooth out here, and that could be very well frustrating. Um, Also, keep in mind the devil card could literally also mean that they're heated with you, like either they're upset, frustrated, feeling lustful about you. It could be all these things or above, or just, a couple of those things. Okay. Let me see what else. Okay. So, Knight of Swords. It feels like they want to charge in at you, or they want to come in, like they're in a rush or a hurry, like they're ready to come towards you really quickly. Okay. It's also possible they could feel like you're in a rush. So either they're in a rush or you're in a rush. Okay. So they could either be feeling like you're in a rush or they're in a rush. Okay. Or like they could be feeling like jumping straight ahead without thinking first, or either they want to jump straight ahead into this without thinking first, or they feel like you do. But it just feels like somebody's in a rush. I don't know. That's just what I see there. So they could be feeling like they want to swiftly move, towards you. Okay. And, like I said, it could be that they feel really tempted by you, possibly, but they don't see where things are really going anywhere. And therefore they could be feeling like they want to just make just go straight ahead for it and just dive in and make something happen here, or they want to rush in, they don't want to waste any more time. They want to just go for it. this also could be torturing them, that, they feel like nothing, they could be feeling tortured because, nothing's going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they also could be feel like they're tortured because nothing is going anywhere and they're ready to just rush in and make things happen. They're in a hurry, and I feel like they may very well quickly come towards you. Okay. Two of Swords, though. Okay. Now, this isn't a typical Two of Swords. This is typically a regular typical Two of Swords is someone with their guard up and someone who may not want to really look at things and see them for the way they really are. It's almost like someone burying their head in the sand because they rather be complacent or complicit or whatever. They rather just not see trouble ahead. They rather just enjoy the situation or enjoy whatever it is. But in this case, I'm looking at two kids holding hands. One is literally walking the other one, taking the other one by the hand and saying, don't worry, I'm here for you. I'm going to walk you out of this bad situation. Because in this case, there's a fire going on in the background because, someone probably, made a mistake here and something caught on fire because someone either was careless, reckless, or somebody didn't know what they were doing. And therefore it caused something to, set a fire, burn, destruct, or whatever. But the good thing about this, for this deck, this one is saying, hey, no worries, I'm here for you. You may not be able to see that as clearly on this particular card, but I don't know if I can get it to focus right. Can I get it to focus? Well, sorry, you guys, but like I said, he's taking her hand and saying, no matter what's going on here, the trouble that's going on or whatever, don't worry about it. I'm here to guide you out of this trouble. I'm here to walk you out of it, walk you through it. I'm here for you. You're not alone. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually a good card. That's a really good thing because that's someone who really wants to be a real friend, someone who really wants to be there, someone who really cares, someone who really wants to help this other person and, help each other get in a better place. Okay. And earlier in the read, I pointed out already that, with the compromise card here, this is two people reconciling the situation, working it out, fixing it, and they're doing so even if they need a third party to a unbiased third party to either counsel them or to do therapy with them or to what do you call it? I can't think straight. It's somebody there to help. There's somebody there that's helping, oversee this, overseeing this, work out or whatever. Okay. And when I say third party, I'm not talking about third party like, oh, someone's cheating. No, I'm talking about someone like a counselor, a therapist, a doctor, maybe even a legal representative or something, but it's someone or it's someone there who wants to help mediate. Okay, it's a mediator in some form, someone there who's helping to oversee this. So it's possible they could be feeling like they need help and they may want to help you, or they may be feeling like you need help in some form. But it feels like someone here wants to take somebody by the hand and, help them get through it. Okay. Which to me is a very sweet thing. It's a very caring thing. It's very kind, considerate, and nurturing. Okay. Okay. So we have the Chariot card, and it's in reverse in a lot of senses. Okay. So they can be feeling, like I said, once again, it's been hard to overcome the obstacles and the challenges in a situation. I feel like they want to get past the obstacles and challenges, but it's been difficult. Okay. So, One more card, and then I'm going to go ahead and move forward to the advice. Yikes. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, what's interesting is here, they're struggling to maintain having a sense of patience and having faith and hope that this can be worked out. Like I said, because I feel like they're in a rush. They really want to make something happen here. They really want things to work out. And they're struggling to have the patience to wait this out. They're struggling to have the patience to maintain faith that this can work out. So it's time to move on to the advice portion. Okay, you have a no. I'm going to have to clarify the no. Some of you may already know what the no is. You have meditation brings answers. For some reason, I feel like the no means this is not the time. It's not time yet. But the meditation brings answers is what you guys are being told to do. So you're being told to meditate. Visualize, see yourself in this person, making peace and things working out between you, okay? So that you can manifest something positive. And it says you're ready. So let's find out what the no is about. Sorry, you guys, I have to grab this other deck. Here we go. Okay. Let's find out what this no is about. What does this no about? Okay. So this is the Hermit card. So the Hermit card is literally all about taking time to go within and really work on oneself and figure out what you want to do, and allow others time to figure out what they want to do, and just, sometimes the Hermit card is isolating and being to oneself and choosing to, not deal with others, but this is a no. So it's like you're being told to don't isolate yourself, don't become, secluded or anything like that. And you probably, you probably don't need to think this over. Just go ahead and meditate. Let the answers come to you from the spiritual realm and from spirit guides and from your angel guides and God, whatever it is you believe, the universe, whatever. But I more so also feel like this is about meditating so that you are visualizing what it is that you want and seeing how you want the situation, visualizing how you want the situation to work out so that you can manifest it, because we all have the ability to manifest. Okay. And this is something that you should do now because you're ready. You're ready for whatever this is you want in terms of for it to work out, or whatever it is that you want in life, period. Okay. But if you guys had a specific no, then there's your, if you guys had a specific question, then that's your answer. But okay, I'm going to move forward to pulling more advice and whatnot. Okay, so I'm getting my angel tarot card. Ooh. All right, I'm going to put those back in because I didn't get the shuffle. I do not appreciate cards falling out that I didn't get the shuffle. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I really don't. I at least want the chance to shuffle before cards fall out. Could you, if it's meant for them to come back out, they will come back out. Okay, so you have the Queen of Water, Queen of Cups. That's a card that's all about tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, loving energy, and it's telling you that relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others is what you're being told, okay? So be patient, be loving, be empathetic, and tender-hearted, okay? That's the kind of energy that the Queen of Cups carries. You have the Six of Earth. That's a card of generosity and helping others, and others could be helping you. It's pointing out to you gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities possibly, receiving a loan or paying off debts. Mostly, though, the Six of Earth, the Six of Pentacles, in terms of advice, you're being told to be kind, be giving, be generous. So be kind in this situation. You know, be fair, be balanced as much as you possibly can without putting yourself at a disadvantage. But I feel like this is telling you, no matter what you're frustrated about here, kill them with kindness. Be kind. It's not about if they deserve it or not. It's about the energy you give is what you get in return. You're being told to be kind, be generous, because the Six of Pentacles is all about giving and helping and being generous. Okay, it's about charity. You know, when you see someone is less fortunate, and to me, someone who's mean or someone who seems difficult or someone you're struggling to get along with, you know, that's a situation where you should have charity, where you should be giving. You should be, and when I say giving, um, where you should be willing to just be kind. You know, it's not your job to be punishing other people or being mean to other people or judging other people and saying, you got issues, therefore I'm going to ignore you and pretend like you don't exist, because perfect people don't exist. You know, everybody wants a perfect situation and a perfect person, but sometimes you got to be willing to be the energy you want to receive in a situation. Okay, so it's just generally telling you, just be kind, kill them with kindness, you know, just be fair-minded, be balanced, and look at, like I said, the energy you give is what you receive back in return. You know, a lot of people, they never want to look at that. You maybe could possibly stand to be nicer, kinder, more caring, more thoughtful, more generous, more sensitive, more giving. Being nice in that, being nice, like being, saying something nice to a person, be willing to say something nice to a person, even if you're not necessarily always getting along or seeing eye to eye. You'd be surprised where it'll get you. Being nice can get you very far sometimes, even if you don't think it's going to. But Six of Fire, okay, Six of Wands. So this is pointing out a victory. Good news is on its way, public recognition or awards. It's a battle, it's a victory in a battle won, okay? Meaning, if you keep fighting for the good cause, meaning if you keep fighting for this to work out, if you keep putting forth effort for this to work out, if you maintain having patience in a situation and patience with the person, and don't be willing to give up so quick, things will work out and you'll see a win. You'll see a win. You'll see things working out for the best in the situation, okay? Which is literally would be a victory for everyone in the situation, But, you can't win if you're willing to just back down and walk away and you're not willing to try in some form, And sometimes trying is just being patient and just being, hold on here. Yikes. Sorry if the connection got interrupted. Oh, man. So, you guys, okay. You're being told to rebel. Just be yourself. Be yourself, be you. You don't have to be what anybody else says you should. So if other people are trying to box you in, just be yourself. It's be an a-hole though, okay? This is a rebel card in a positive way. So what I'm trying to say is, if someone makes you out to be the bad guy, or I don't know, maybe somebody's acting like you're not interesting or exciting, or they're acting like you're boring or lame or square, or maybe they're acting like you're too conservative, or you're not this, you're not that. Just be you and rebel. You don't have to go, you don't have to care what they think of you. If you're a colorful person, be you. So if someone says um, you're too strong or aggressive, um, continue to be you. And when I say that, meaning sometimes a person can be like, okay, let's say Scorpios per se, right? Scorpios are probably one of the most misunderstood zodiac signs out there. Why? Because Scorpios are seen as intense and aggressive sometimes, and um, sometimes it's crazy. But Scorpios aren't. Scorpios are very passionate. Scorpios are very um, intuitive. So we may pick up on things that nobody else is. We may be able to foresee things that nobody else is. And most people, they won't understand us for that reason, why we may react a certain way, or why we may believe in something so intensely that something could have such a positive outcome, because we can see things far ahead sometimes that other people can't. Um, you know, Sometimes people mistake our being passionate and for being aggressive, like I said, or being just too intense or too much. Um, Sometimes, so what I'm saying is, but never let someone tell you to not be yourself. It's one thing if you really are being a negative person or being an awful person. It's another thing if someone's telling you, um, you're too colorful, you're too this, you're too that. Be you. You don't have to. If someone says they don't like that you do this, like there's people who don't like that I do tarot readings. I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want to do. It's my life. You know what I'm saying? There's people who um, they'll say you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, but do you? You know what I'm saying? Now, don't doing you doesn't mean stepping all over people or being inconsiderate. It doesn't mean, um, you know, it doesn't mean losing your morals or your values or your ethics. Okay. So don't go do something that you shouldn't do if you know it's not, um, if you know it's going to be crossing boundaries, or if you know it's going to be stepping on other people's toes, or if you know it's just not right. Okay. If you know it's selfish or self-centered, that's not what rebel is. Rebel is it's just being free to be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Um, that kind of thing. If you're creative and artistic, you know, maybe you come from a family that's all about, they're not into music, they're not into art, and they think you should be a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer, but you really want to be a musician, you really want to be an artist, you really want to be an athlete, whatever it is. If that's who you want to be, just go be you. You don't have to care if your family or friends will approve of that. You know what I'm saying? Um, okay, all right. Say thank you. Say thank you. Meaning just show appreciation to the other person, and hopefully they will also, like I said, whatever energy you put out, that's the energy you will get back. Even if it's not, it doesn't seem like it's the most immediate. Show gratitude, show appreciation, and be kind. She's literally hugging this person. But most importantly, if someone chooses or decides to do something nice for you, because she's not just hugging him just because, she could also be hugging him because she's glad to see him. He's home from work or whatever. He's also there with a bouquet of flowers for her. He's being thoughtful. And he's showing her this kindness and gratitude. He also could be doing it because every day when he shows his face, she's kind to him and she gives him a hug and shows him affection, appreciation for whatever he does, or just from being there. I feel like it's a reciprocal thing. I feel like they're both doing something kind or caring or to show appreciation for each other because the other one has been thoughtful or considerate or appreciative of them in some form. It's like I said before, be the energy you want to receive. Don't wait for somebody else to be the person to show you the energy you want. Be the energy you want to receive. Don't sweat the small stuff, meaning don't let little petty things get to you or annoy you or bother you, you know, and give it to God, okay? So let's do a few more cards, and then we'll move on. There's religious factors here. It says your life is influenced by your situations. No, your life is influenced, well, it could be by your situations. But this card is mostly pointing out is something about what you believe that is affecting your situation. It could be your upbringing or your spiritual path in some form, okay? Final advice cards here. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh, dang it. That one. Okay. All right. So, have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And there's something new here. Either there's something, either this situation has the opportunity, like I said, to turn itself around and become something new, meaning refreshed, or to have a new start or new beginning, or literally there's something new waiting for you. It says a new, either this is a new opportunity or a new person is stirring your feelings here or something, okay? So let me see. All right, so start delegating. Ask others, including yourself or even me, to help you instead of trying to do everything yourself. It could be anybody, okay? Prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Infinite supply. You are supplied for your today and all your tomorrows. And the final few cards here. Past life. This situation involves the past. So either, you know, memories from the past or literally something about your past life, okay? Okay, bold, be bold. It's telling you to unleash your adventurous side, take risk and be daring. And golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Okay, so that was group number 1. I'm going to move on to group number 2 here. If you guys found that reading to be insightful, helpful, you know, entertaining, whatever it is, you know, hit the thumbs up, the like button, and if you're new, please subscribe if you want to know when I'm doing lives, or if you want to know when I have new readings coming out. And please share and comment and let me know what you think about the reading. How does it resonate? You know, what other kind of readings you want to see on the channel. Topic suggestions are, you know, welcomed. Okay. And I appreciate you guys watching. Okay. So I'm going to move on to the next group here. I just got to get all these cards out of the way. Yeah, I got a lot of cards out here. All right. Okay, so I'm going to write down for group number 2. Group number 2 is going to start at 104. I'm going to say 45. Okay. 104:45. If anybody else is time stamping, otherwise I'll timestamp. Okay. All right. So, group number 2. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about group number 2? Please go to the top right hand corner of the screen, click on the 3 dots and click on the speed settings and click on either 1.5x or 2x so that you can hear this reading in half the amount of time, because my readings tend to be extensive. Please hit the like button, comment, let me know what you think of the reading, how it resonates. And if you're new, welcome. And for returning subscribers, welcome back. And let's see. How do they feel about you? They think you're a gift, okay? They think you are, they also think you're full of surprises too, okay? But they think you're a gift. They think you are a blessing, okay? They think you are a literal blessing. And like I said, they could feel like you're full of surprises, but if you're full of surprises, I feel like it's a positive thing, possibly, for the most part. But could it be something else? We're going to find out. The more cards that come up, we'll know. You know. All right. So I would say that's a pretty positive card starting out. Okay. They could be feeling like you're sent from the heavens above also. A universal gift. So suffering in reverse. So it seems like you've taken them out of this bad place, or they feel like you take them out of this bad place. They could be seeing you come out of a bad place. Okay. For some reason though, they feel like they don't know what direction to take with you, or they don't know what the purpose is that you serve in their life, or they don't know if you guys are destined or not for some reason. They're unsure about this, but they've gotten some sort of epiphanies about you. Like, I feel like something has finally hit them about you in terms of how they feel. What's interesting here is sideways you have the new life card, and it's a little munchkin, a little baby on this card holding tulips and things. I also feel like that's a mother card. So it's there. I feel like they're wondering if you are, I feel like they're wondering if there is a possibility for a new beginning or a new opportunity here with you. It's also possible because I'm seeing a baby here and I'm seeing a baby, babies here. It's They either could be seeing you as the mother of their child, or wondering if you could be the mother of their child. They possibly even could be wondering if you are pregnant or not. That's not going to apply to everybody. Now, normally I only wanted to pull 3 cards, but more fell out, so I go with that, okay? So let's see what else is here. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about group number 2? Group number, oh, 2 of those fell out really quick. So they feel like their instincts or their intuition is telling them something about you. They also could be feeling like really in tune with their nature about you, but there's something they feel is natural about you, or you speak to their natural side, or you're speaking to their instincts, or they just feel like they have some sort of instincts about you for some reason. And that makes sense because you got the Epiphany card here. So there's something about you that has been brought to their attention, or something that they feel they're aware of with you. And this is destiny. So I feel like they could be feeling like you are something in their instincts is telling them that you are a part of their destiny, that you guys have a potential future together, that you guys could possibly be meant to be. Though they may have wondered if there's, if you are a part of their destiny at some point. But I feel like they've gained epiphany, and I feel like they know somehow, for some reason, that you are meant to be, or you're meant for each other, or that you're destined or something. It's like they feel this instinct for some reason. Okay, where's this? However, there's a guilt card here. So they feel guilty about something. I feel like they know that, I feel like they know how they feel about you. They know somehow that you guys are meant to be. They know that they know that for some reason that you bring some sort of level of peace to them, or to their heart or their soul, or you take away the bad, whatever. It seems like whenever you're going through something, it's like they have the ability to come in and reverse that energy for you and make you feel better about things, or better about life, or like they know how to be your peace, I feel like, or they know how to reverse your suffering for some reason. And you could be feeling like that's like they're literally meant to be around you for some reason, but you're feeling guilty because I feel like, though you guys could probably be meant to be, something, your instincts tells you this, it looks like you've been tied and chained to obligations that you already, it's like you're tied to obligations. You're stuck with some sort of obligations. It could be work, it could be family, it could be anything that has you feeling like you don't have maybe the time or the energy to give to this, or you're not free to give to this situation or give to this person. Though you could mean well, because the angel thing that's right above her head, it's like I feel like your intentions are pure, but you feel guilty because you just know you have not been able to give to this situation or give to this person. You've been feeling tied up, locked down, restricted, um, chained to something else, responsibilities, obligations, maybe another person, work, whatever it is. Not feeling free to, give to this, obligations in some form. Um, yeah, it's like you've been torturing yourself or suffering over it. This other person could be is torturing and feeling suffering over it. I feel like somehow you have ignored or neglected this person to some degree. No, I'm sorry. It sounds like I'm talking to you guys like this is your energy. There's somebody out there who's watching this. I feel like this is your energy, but at the same time, for the rest of you, this is their energy. So don't let me confuse you in the way I speak. If I'm speaking a certain way, for some reason I'm meant to. It's like I'm spiritually being guided to, but I only just caught this. Someone here has neglected someone else in the situation. Could be you, could be them. Because somebody is tied to other duties, other responsibilities, other obligations, or addictions. Someone's intentions are well or innocent, but they can't help that they have, they have felt like they could not give to the situation or this other person due to these other obligations or restrictions that they're dealing with. Okay? The other person is suffering because they feel neglected, left out in the cold, or like this other person hasn't been giving much to them or much time to them, or really able to, or this other person hasn't reached out to them, or, given them, like somehow this person hasn't been able to go to them, whatever it is. Someone here's drinking and feeling bad or feeling sorry for themselves and feeling bad here. This could be all your energy or all their energy, or whatever. You guys will know how this makes sense or how it resonates for you. Okay, but someone here has a guilt complex, and I feel like they could have a guilt complex about you, It's possible that they could be feeling like you have a guilt complex because you have had other obligations that has caused you to not really be able to be there for them, and they feel left out in the cold possibly, and it's driving them to drink or something. You know what I'm saying? This is vice versa. Now, this reading is supposed to be about how they feel about you, but sometimes I pick up your energy as the viewer, and when that happens, spirit is trying to let you know, hey, you might need to pay attention to your own energy before focusing on theirs, because that may be what is going to help you in your situation. Sometimes we always want to look at, well, how do they feel about me, but how do you feel? What's going on with you? Sometimes we got to really pay attention here. Okay. And so let's see what other energy is here. Okay, so this is interesting. This card rarely ever comes up, rarely. But I like to think of it as a manifestation card, um, a magician card. Someone, I feel like they could be wanting to manifest something here and make something work in this situation. They could be wanting to manifest something to work in this situation. They may want to work their magic, their power, their manifestation, whatever, to create something here or to change the circumstances. However, someone doesn't feel rooted or secure, or they may be lacking wisdom in the situation here. So this person could be feeling, they either feel you're unstable and insecure, or they could be feeling unstable and insecure here. Okay. They could be recognizing also possibly for some reason that they caused you this to be insecure or unstable, or they just know that for some reason you're unsecured, insecure, or unstable. They also could be feeling like you're not very wise. Maybe they're not wise, but this is about them. So if it resonates for you the other way around or whatever, but this is about them. So they could be feeling you're unsecure, not very stable, not very secure, or insecure, or lacking wisdom, or not very wise. For some reason, they feel like you are manifesting things. You're playing the role of magician, and you really are trying to manifest something here. Okay, because you really want to see, you really want to control, how the outcome goes in terms of. And I don't feel like this is a bad thing. I feel like for some reason they feel like you're into manifestation, magic, possibly even witchcraft or whatever, and that you're using these things to manifest whatever it is that you want in the situation, or at least try to make things work to your advantage. So it's possible they could be feeling like you've done some sort of magic, or I don't want to say voodoo because a lot of people look at that as a negative thing, and I don't do voodoo or anything like that, but I don't, I try to not judge, you know what I'm saying? But they feel like you're using some sort of magic, maybe spells, or that at least you're trying to manifest in some form. It doesn't have to be magic or spells or witchcraft. It could be just literally you visualizing and trying to manifest, or doing, script writing or whatever it is, because there's so many different ways to manifest. Sometimes it's prayer, but let me get one more card here and see what is it that, oh, there we go. That flipped out real quick. Okay. So they don't feel like really chit-chatting or communicating with you. And where it fell was they may not want to discuss future plans with you, because I feel like they don't want to get too far ahead. But they do feel instinctually like somehow you're destined to be, okay? All right, so let me pull some more cards. How else do they feel about you? And you guys, make sure you go to the top right-hand corner of the screen, click on the three dots, click on the speed settings, and then click on either 1.5x or 2x so that you can watch this reading in half the amount of time and not miss anything, okay? Because my readings tend to be very extensive with a lot of details. How else do they feel about you, group 2? Okay. So the moon here, they could be feeling like you're psychic, or they could be feeling like I feel like sometimes they think you're psychic, sometimes they think you're not. Sometimes they feel like they get psychic insights about you. Other times they're not able to. It also could be that they could be feeling like there's something hidden under the surface here. And sometimes they're aware of it, other times they're not. They feel like sometimes you're aware of it, and other times you're not aware of what's under the surface when it comes to instincts about being destined to be together. Okay. How was this? It was sideways. Okay, so it was sideways. So Father card sideways. There's a couple ways I would interpret this. Either they feel like sometimes, thank you for like, either they feel like sometimes they don't know what direction to take with you and they lack guidance. Other times they feel like they do. Or sometimes it's, they feel like maybe you don't have a lot of guidance or know which direction to take. In other situations, and like I said, you guys have to keep in mind that in the very beginning of the reading, I did see that for a small group of you, that someone here is wondering, and I feel like it's them, they're wondering if you are expecting a child or not. And I feel like in this case, they're wondering if they are, if this is a dude, they're wondering if they're the father. If it's a woman, they're wondering if you're the, if it's a dude, they're wondering if they're the father. If it's a woman, they're wondering if you're the father, you know what I'm saying, of that child. Now, this is not Jerry Springer, but sometimes Jerry Springer situations happen in real life because, if it's a woman, if you're dealing with more than one person and you come up pregnant, you're not going to know who the father is. And you may wonder if you're a dude and you've been dealing with a woman, and if you haven't been having protected, situations in which you were, using protection, or situations in which, whatever the case is, or any accidents or slip-ups, then for some reason you could be wondering, did you get this woman pregnant or not? You know what I'm saying? Or are you expecting or not? So somebody here, I feel like there's a small group of you, you're wondering if there's a child, and if, the other person is the parent or not, or if the other person is pregnant or not. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of you, it's about half the time, you feel like you can nurture the situation, or you have, the skill or the guidance to know how to do it. The other half the time, you don't know if you can nurture the situation or if you have the skills that it takes to see things through. Okay, so that's another way to look at the energy. Okay, let me see. There's one more card I want to get here. Okay. So, like I picked up before, this is a lack of exploration. This could be a lack of curiosity. This is also a lack of traveling or getting anywhere. Okay. And I had already pointed out before that in this situation, there was a possibility that for whatever reason, um, someone, uh, someone here feels restricted and like they can't either go anywhere or do much, either because they have things that they're tied to, obligations or whatever, and their intentions could be pure, but they could be neglecting the other person. Okay. And either this is how they feel about you or this is how you feel about them, and they're aware of this. Okay. And with the voice card in reverse, that's very plain and clear to me that someone here hasn't been able to go see the other person or travel to see the other person or explore much of the situation here, simply because they don't have the time or the resources or the ability to, and they're tied down everything. And this is causing one person to feel guilty about this, while it's causing the other person to feel neglected and feeling bad about the situation, if even feeling sorry for themselves, depressed, whatever. Okay. In some situations, one person in the situation is even being driven to drink, but not everyone. So let's see what else is here in the situation. How else does this person feel about you? And keep in mind, like I said, the energy is supposed to be about how they feel about you. But if you see anything that resonates more for how you feel about them, then that's just, spirit guide saying you need to pay more attention to how do you feel in the situation. Okay? All right. Because sometimes we need to focus on ourselves and not really care how the other person feels. And I know we think we're focusing on ourselves by trying to figure out how this other person feels, but sometimes we need to know how do we feel. But it's supposed to be about how do they feel about you. Okay. And maybe let me see if I can get one more. All right, so what I'm looking at here, we got the High Priestess in reverse, which tells me that this person doesn't know how they truly feel about you in their heart of hearts. They are not following their heart. They're not trusting their heart. They're not trusting their instincts or their gut feelings. Though I feel like they know, but they don't know. Or they could be feeling like you're not following your heart and trusting your gut instincts here. Okay? Somehow I feel like one of you instinctively know, okay, what you feel in your heart, what your intuition is telling you, what your gut is telling you, what your instincts is telling you, what your heart is telling you, whereas the other one doesn't. Okay. To some degree also, someone here, they're a little confused and they're back and forth. 1 minute one person can know, the next minute they don't know. Now it's supposed to be this, like I said, the energy is supposed to be how they feel about you. So it could be, like I said, they could feel like you're out of touch with your own feelings, emotions. Like they could be feeling like you're out of touch with your own instincts here. You can't read the situation. They could be feeling like you're not, for some reason, you're not clearly able to see the situation. When it should be as clear as day to you. They probably at some point may have been honest with you about what the holdup is or why certain things haven't been or can't be yet, or if possibly ever. I don't know, but they feel like, I feel like they feel like somehow you're not picking up on this or in tune with this. Okay. Let me see. Now with the Knight of Wands sideways, I feel like they want to make a move or take some action. However, I also feel like they're hesitant because, once again, I feel like there's distance and they're not able to get to you. They're not able to travel to you. They're not able to explore the situation further because, once again, either you have obligations you're tied to that's not allowing them, not allowing you or them to explore the situation, or they have obligations. You or them have obligations that you're tied to that's not allowing either you or them or either one of you to explore the situation or really make any moves here. Um, okay. Um, Therefore, things are not really going anywhere. Things are not going to that next level, and they could be feeling like, they're not seeing things go to the next level with you, or they could be knowing that you see things not going to this next level. Things are just really sitting at a standstill there. Ten of Cups, though, I feel like they want to have this happiness and this contentment with you. Um, but I feel like they want to heal the situation. I feel, for the most part, this feels like they want to heal the situation. Like they want to be there for you. They may want to give you a hug. They could be feel like maybe you need, someone to be caring, kind, supportive. Because I said one person, I feel like is drinking or feeling depressed or feeling sad or really struggling with their feelings and emotions. And they could be feeling like, and this could be how they see you, because they know they haven't been able to give their time or their energy to you because they have obligations, though they are pure at heart about it. Their intentions are pure, but they could be knowing that you need a hug, you need support, you need care. And they may want to do that and help you heal in a situation, but let me see if I get some more cards. Make sure you guys go to the top right hand corner of the screen, click on the three dots, click on speed settings, put in 1.5x or 2x so you can watch this reading half the amount of time. And please hit the like button. Thanks. All right. So let's see what else I can get about how they feel about you. So they got the Lovers card. I feel like they want to show you a good time, because this isn't the only Lovers card. Typically, the Lovers card is where they have to make a decision, and it's a decision between one thing or another, or you or someone else, or one path or another. It's like they may have to make a choice of, do they keep giving to their job or this career that's keeping them not able to have the time for you, or do they give up this other, these other obligations that's keeping them apart from you? Do they change direction so they can be with you or not, or give this up, or do they if there's another person, I'm hoping there isn't, do they give up this other person or this other lifestyle? It's a choice. But this Lover's card, if you look at it, this is romance. The Lover's card is also about passion and romance, okay? So they could be feeling very passionate and romantic about you, okay? And they could be wanting to spend some quality time with you and showing you more attention and being more affectionate and romantic. They could want to take you out, maybe take you out again, or see you again, or show you a good time, have a good time with you, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I feel like they want to give you the world. Okay. I feel like they want to give you the world. I feel like they want things to move to the next level. Okay. So whatever stage you're at, I feel like they want things to move to that next level. So if you were just dating, they want to offer in a relationship. If you're already in a relationship, they may want to, get engaged and get married. If you already, are engaged or married, they may want to give you kids or whatever. They could just want to have, maybe, like I said, if you've already been a couple for a while, maybe they just want to have a family with you. So one more deck I'm going to pull from, and then I'm going to move on to advice. How do they feel about group 2? Here we go. Oh, so they feel defeated. They feel, they could be even possibly feeling betrayed by you, or be feeling stabbed in the back by you in some form. They could be feeling exhausted, like they just don't have the energy to give. They even could be suffering in some form in regards to you. Or they could be feeling like they literally just, they're so worn down, they don't have the time or the energy to give to you, you know. But I feel like they just feel defeated about the situation with you, because I feel like they want something positive with you, or they want something good with you, but they feel like they can't have it for some reason because of their other obligations, or they feel like you have other obligations. Either they're tied to something or someone, or you're tied to something or someone that's keeping you apart. um, Four of Coins here, they want to open up to you. They want to open up, they want to give, they want to share with you, okay, what they have. So they want to open up more to you. They want to share and give what they have to you, okay? Could this be vice versa? Yes, but this is supposed to be how they feel about you. Now, I have cards with very specific messages on them that I created myself. Take what resonates, what doesn't, leave it where it is, because there's so many groups of you. I'm going to pull so many cards so that different groups of you will have the different energy that may resonate with you, okay? If it doesn't make sense for the situation you're watching this for, then ignore it, okay? So if you're watching this about a family member and a certain kind of card comes up that doesn't make sense for a family member, ignore it. Take what resonates, what doesn't, leave it where it is, okay? Especially if it's about a coworker as well, or a friend, a platonic friend, because this reading is general, so it can relate to love, family situations, friendships, situationships, work, people at your job, that kind of thing, neighbors, anybody, people you're dealing with, whoever this is, you want to know how they feel about you. Okay, so they feel like you may have discipline and you may be organized. They feel like you're wise, or that you have wisdom. Okay, so far so good. I like this pile so far. I mean, simply because, like I said, the person has pure intentions, I feel, but, it's just the circumstances of the situation here. Let's see what other energy is here. Okay. Mad, upset, hurt. So they could be feeling mad, upset, or hurt with you. It's possible they could be feeling like you're mad, upset, hurt with them, or you both could be mad, upset, hurt with each other. They could be feeling unsuccessful about the situation with you, or feeling like you're unsuccessful, or feeling like they're unsuccessful in regards to how they've been dealing with you. They could be thinking you're pregnant, okay? And remember, this came up earlier in the reading, okay? Because I see kids in this card, child in this card, a child in that card, and So that comes into question if they're, if they think you're pregnant or you have a child or not, or whatever. So that's as plain as day. That's just confirming more that they're wondering if you're pregnant or not. This card is flipped up, so it's possible they could be feeling like you're passive aggressive. So 1 minute they could be feeling like you're cool, calm. The next minute they could be feeling like you are the exact opposite. They can feel like I say, cool, calm 1 minute. Next minute they can be feeling like you just absolutely become an upset, angry, aggressive person for some reason. It doesn't mean it's true, but this is how they feel about you. So it's possible they could be feeling like you're also bipolar for some reason, but let's see what else. That wants to come out, and these want to come out. They could be feeling like either you're discontent or they could be feeling discontent about you. They could be feeling anxious about you. They also could be feeling desperate or thirsty for you, or they could be feeling that this is how you feel about them or how you behave, but this is supposed to be about how they feel about you. They could be feeling either they have low self-esteem or no standards about you, or they feel like you have low self-esteem or no standards or low standards. you know they could be thinking that you're bisexual. This is, take what resonates, but remember, this is about how they feel about you. It's not necessarily the truth. It's just how they feel about you. So if you see anything here that may upset you or make you angry, for some reason, this is a possibility of what they may feel about you. It doesn't mean it's true or not. And for some of you, some of this may or may not be true because, like I said, there's a lot of you out here who may be looking at this reading. They feel you are loving. They also could be feeling loving towards you. And let me see if I can get maybe a couple more. By the way, that epiphany that they're having, their epiphany could be that you might be pregnant. Or that you guys might belong together. Let me see. Let me see if I can get a few more and I'm done. Well, not done, but I'll move on to the next deck. Is there anything else here? Okay. So there's a couple more. Okay. Whoa. Something about twins and, twins, children. And this is referring to children. Could this refer to twin flames? Could it refer to them thinking you're twin flames? Possibly, but this is more so, it's saying children. But I'm not ruling the fact that they might think you're twin flames or whatever, but it says twins, children. And something about no growth, not a bright future, or no future. They could be feeling that maybe they don't have, a bright future with you or no future with you. Maybe because of the circumstances. Because, like I said, if they feel like there's something keeping you two apart, it could be distance, work, other obligations or whatever. No growth. Either they feel like you don't have the possibility to go far in life, or they feel like there's just no growth here in the situation overall. But I'm hoping it's just more so about the situation and not how they feel about you. Okay. But this is their feelings. Okay. But this is a reading, you guys. It's just for entertainment. If you gain any insight, great, but do not take this to heart and then lose your mind over it, okay? Do not. It's just for entertainment purposes. Some energy may or may not resonate for you. And You know, unless you know 100% what this person is thinking, you're not going to know 100% or not if this reading resonates for you in terms of the energy. But take what resonates and what doesn't, leave it where it is. If you're unsure, don't take it to heart. Don't take it too seriously, okay? Just keep that in mind. Now, the other cards I have here, I made these cards as well, except I wrote on them in pencil because I had intentions on designing them. So they're not done yet, but they do all have messages on them. It's just that you won't be able to see them very well from the camera, but I will read them, and I'm honest. I won't make anything up. It says they want to be in a relationship with you. They think you're hiding the truth. Okay, that's interesting because, like I said, they feel like there's something that is not allowing you two to be together, and they could feel like it's other obligations that you may have, or they think that they might think you're hiding something about your sexuality, or they may be thinking you're hiding a child that you might be carrying or pregnant with, or if you're a dude, maybe if you got another woman pregnant or something, you know what I'm saying? If there's a third party or not, okay? They want to marry you someday. That seems nice. Okay, let me see. Maybe I get maybe a few more. We'll talk to you later, eventually months from now. I don't know. It's possible they want someone else, or they think you want someone else. How do they feel about you? Anything else? Okay. They think about you occasionally here and there. They want to impress you. I keep forgetting you guys can't see those messages because it's written in pencil. That's funny. Okay, so I'm going to move forward to the advice now. All right, spiritual advice. Okay. The forgiveness card. So there really is need for healing in this situation. And there really is a need to forgive because I feel like everyone here in the situation had pure intentions. Between you and them, I really feel like they had pure intentions. The problem is that there's obligations that are in the way. There's something else holding someone back. It even could be distance, but I feel like it could be work, it could be location, distance, family, whatever. Okay, it says ask for help from others, and there's no need to worry. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So remember I pointed out earlier that they wanted to spend some quality time with you and be more romantic and things. Okay. They may just want to have another date or a time out with you, or like I said, maybe they want to take a trip or something. Maybe they want to, like I said, want to do something really nice and spend time with you, okay? And let's see here. Ooh, Two of Earth. Okay, so there's some juggling going on. And a lot of times, like I said, that comes with responsibilities and having a lot to do. So it's pointing out too much going on at once. The need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach, okay? So you're going to have to buckle down. If you have a lot going on, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of obligations, people to be responsible for or whatever, you're juggling. Even if there's more than one person situation, somehow, even if you're not romantically involved, but they're just there in the way, or if you're, whatever's going on, you're going to have to make a decision. If you've been back and forth, traveling back and forth, you're going to have to make a choice, a decision. Are you going to be here? Or are you going to be there? You can't keep doing both forever. You can't maintain everything you've been doing forever. It's just going to continue to cause a lack of stability or a lack of security in the situation. It's just not going to help or cause things to work out, I guess. I don't know. But let's see if I can get whatever else is here. Six of Water. Okay. Memories from your history or your childhood, issues regarding children, and romanticizing the past. So you're being told to let go of, I feel like you're being told to, while you cherish the past, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But if there's anything you're holding on to from the past that's hurtful or damaging, you need to release that, okay? So that you can heal, and so that they can heal. You both may need to do this, okay? Because a lot of times people hold on to past situations or the past, and then they can't move forward and forgive each other because you guys have the forgiveness card. So that tells me that you guys have some issues from the past that you need to heal with each other. If you don't, you're not going to be able to reconcile and make the most of the situation, or be able to be as giving or loving or devoted to each other the way you really need to. This is also going to kill the romantic energy between you and kill the loving energy between you if you don't reconcile the past. Do not keep holding on to stuff that happened in the past for dear life. Be able to let those things go and heal so you can move forward positively with each other, so that you can be nice to them, they can be nice to you, because sometimes when people hold on to stuff somebody did in the past, it causes that person to not be able to be nice to the person, whatever it is. But now, don't forget anything that was crazy. If it was, and when I'm saying crazy, like if somebody put their hands on you and was physically abusive or something, or that's a no. That's something you shouldn't forget. Can a person no longer become physically abusive and change their ways and become a better person? Yeah. So if you truly see that someone has turned a new leaf and became a better person, they no longer are physically abusive, and they've shown you this, then maybe you can let that go. But pray about it, see a counselor, maybe even see a counselor together, whatever it is. That's just an example. I'm not saying that's what's going on in your situation. I'm just saying that's just an example, okay? But if somebody was actually physically abusive in the past and they haven't changed much, I don't think I would let that go, though. So you see what I'm saying? It depends on what it is. I need one more card from here for advice, and then I'll move forward. Okay, Ten of Earth, Ten of Pentacles. So that's pointing out a very happy family life is possible. Financial security and finding magic in the little things in life. That's a really great card to get for advice. So it's pointing out to you that I think if you guys can hang in there for the long haul and find some way to reconcile, make things work or whatever, that there's a bright future to come out of this, a beautiful family, success, together, and truly enjoying life. You have the card that says, say I'm sorry. Say I'm sorry. Sometimes the say I'm sorry card is also making confessions. Yeah, feel the well. Okay. Sometimes that's about putting in energy and effort into a situation, but it's also about feeling your well as also, making sure that you feel whole and that you feel abundant enough to give to another person in a situation, so that you're not feeling left empty in a situation, okay? But make sure that you're also contributing positive energy to the situation. You know, my greatest thing is be the energy you want to receive. You know, give the energy you want to receive. You can't expect perfection and a fantasy and, you know, a fairy tale, and you're not giving the kind of energy you want to receive back, you know. um be that energy first, and you have talked to God. So this is prayer, meditation, and whatnot, and literally you could just literally sit there and just talk to God. I do it all the time. Let's see what other advice you guys are getting here. And this will be the final advice cards before I move on to the final group, okay? Ooh. So you have guiding children. Like I said, once again, it's a possibility that there's children involved in the situation, but it says you are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children grow now. That's an odd card to come out, but you might want to pay attention to that. For some of you, I just feel like it's pointing out that you might be ready to be a parent, or maybe the other person is, or, you know, cycles and rhythms. Okay. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. And you also had the undying love card. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. Okay. So it's like it's unconditional love. Okay. So that's just something that Spirit wants you to pay attention to and recognize in a situation. And it could help you heal the energy between you and the other person. Even if you can't really reconcile things with the other person, it'll help you to heal and forgive the other person. Just recognizing that unconditional love is there. Because like I said, I saw that they had pure intentions, and I feel like you do too. It's just circumstances. For some reason, the circumstances in a situation has made things difficult for you guys. And I don't feel like anyone is really truly trying to hold out on the other or deceive the other. It just really is what it is. And it's a misunderstanding. So there is a need to have heart-to-heart discussions like what the cards was pointing out. Okay, counseling, maybe even counseling or therapy together, or just literally just having a sit down and an honest talk. Okay, so that was group 2's reading, and I'm going to move forward to group 3, and I'm going to put these cards away. And if you guys, you know, those of you, if you're watching this later or whatever, if you found this reading to be helpful, insightful, or you like the reading, please hit the like button and comment and let me know how you feel about the reading, how it resonates. If you guys want to make any suggestions for readings you want to see, let me go ahead and put, okay. Why am I confused? Okay, here we go. And if you're new to the channel, I do live readings every month. I try to do all my readings live. So if you want to know when my readings are being done live, hit the subscribe button. And for those of you who are already subscribed, make sure you hit the notification bell so you can know when I'm doing the readings live. Because a lot of times in a live reading, the energy can resonate better. And thank you for those who've hit the like button. Okay, so I'm going to move on to group 3 now. And I'm just going to write down the timestamp so I can put these later. So group number 3, your reading starts at 1 hour 58 minutes, and I'm just going to put 38 seconds. Okay. All right. Okay, so group number 3, the final group. How does your person feel about you? This reading is general, so it can relate to different kinds of situations, not just love. It can resonate with love in relationships and dating, but it also can relate to family situations, friends, co-workers, you know, whoever you're wondering how do they feel about you, situationships, whatever. Okay. What resonates, you know, take it. What doesn't resonate, leave it where it is, because it's going to be different energy that different groups of you might be able to relate to within this group reading. And for those of you who are watching later, make sure you make sure you go to the top right hand corner of the screen, click on the 3 dots, hit the speed settings, and either put on 1.5x or 2x. Okay, I'm waiting for a card to pop. But that way you can watch the reading half the amount of time. Okay, because my readings tend to be a little extensive. waiting for a card to pop. Any moment now. There we go. So I had 3 cards pop right there. All right, you guys. So, and I'm going to be pulling a lot of cards here. A lot. So, your person, they cannot, I feel like they can't figure you out at all. Like they don't, like they're so out of tune with their ability to read you in any form. Because the psychic awareness card is in reverse. So I feel like they don't know how to read you. They don't know how to read you. They really cannot read you at all. So I don't know if you guys got the best poker face in the world, or you're just really hard to read for most people, or just for them. Um, I feel like for some reason they feel like they need to take a break here, because they need time to really figure out. It's like they need to get in tune with themselves so that they can better be able to read you and figure you out, because I feel like they feel so out of tune with themselves, and like so out of tune, period. They can't read you at all. They can't figure you out. They can't seem to uh, pick up on certain things with you that for some reason they feel like they should be able to, which is interesting. Um, what's even more interesting here is um, yeah, it's like this is causing them to not understand how they feel about you to some degree. So let's see what else is here. So I feel like they need to, like they're feeling like they want to take a break, you know, just so they can get themselves here, you know, together. Yeah, self-worth. Let's see. Let me see what else is being presented here. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Okay. All right, so I mean, wow, this ain't interesting. So, yeah, in this particular reading, I feel like they're choosing to not pay attention to what other people may be saying about you or them in a situation, because they really would rather be able to figure things out for themselves. They would rather be able to figure you out for themselves. Um, I feel like they would, and I feel like they feel like you also could be, and this is the other thing, I feel like they could also be feeling like you are out of tune with your own senses and your own ability to be able to decipher between what's true and what's not true when it comes to if you need to be paying attention to what other people are saying about you guys in your situation. Because the gossip card reverse is telling me that they feel like either you're choosing to not pay attention to what others are saying, or that you need to not pay attention to what others are saying because it's throwing you off and having you not really know how to read the situation, or how to really decipher between what's true and what's not, you know. um and I feel like they feel like you need to take some time to really um discover for yourself. I feel like they feel like you're not taking time for yourself to to build your own sense of security, wisdom, and peace of mind up, and so that you can, you know, understand that you're better than this, and you don't, you know, you don't have to carry this burden. You know, they don't want to carry this burden of, you know, shame and guilt, and somehow it feels like they don't want you to be doing this either. This is the most interesting energy I've ever seen, but this is a storm, and they feel, I don't know, they feel like there's a storm there. There's possibly some chaos. There's something brewing up here that's not looking good. It's clouded judgment. It's cloudiness. It's, self-conflict, poor judgment. These are the things I'm picking up from what they feel about you. It's interesting. There's something that's not being cut loose or cut out or ended. I feel like they don't want to end things with you. I feel like they don't want to cut the situation loose. Regardless. Okay. They don't feel like you're destined. I feel like they don't feel, it's like they don't feel like you're destined, or like you even know what your destiny is, or what you're destined to be, or where you're destined to go, or what you're destined to, do. Or they could be feeling like they just don't know what y'all's destiny is. They could be feeling like you don't know how to manifest or create here. They could be feeling like they don't know how to manifest or create here in a situation. They could be feeling like they don't know how to work their magic here. Excuse me. For somebody, I'm hearing they could be feeling like somebody is doing dark magic. They could be feeling like either you're doing it, or maybe they are doing dark magic, but this is supposed to be about how they feel about you. Okay. That's not going to ring true for everybody. Okay. Now the friendship card fell out in the reverse. And what I'm going to do is I might put it back in and reshuffle again. I don't know. But this is them seeing like, they're seeing a lack of friendship here, a lack of camaraderie, a lack of, they could be feeling like you don't know how to have a good time, or you don't know how to loosen up, or you don't know how to be a friend. They could be feeling like you're not a good friend, or like you're not a real friend, or like you're just not a friend at all. You could be possibly feeling that way towards them. It's also possible they may be feeling like you don't want to be their friend. Or they could be feeling like they can't have a good time with you. But it fell on Discovery card. So it could be also that they don't know how to be your friend half the time or something. I don't know. I feel like they could be feeling like half the time I feel like they feel like you're attractive. Other half the time they could be turned off by you. I don't know if they think you're vain half the time or whatever. And keep in mind, this is how they feel. It doesn't mean that it's true. Okay? Doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. And I kind of want to put friendship back in and see what happens. Okay. Oh, something about yes. There's no peace or lack of peace. And the wheel in reverse, not being able to move forward. For some reason, I'm gonna clarify a yes. Usually when I see a yes, there's a reason. But I'm seeing yes, no peace, and not moving forward. So this is So they could be possibly just either feeling like you guys are able to move forward, or they don't want to move forward. Sometimes that's also about travel, not being able to travel, not being able to get anywhere, not being able to go anywhere. Okay. Not having a car or vehicle, but that's somebody out there. But they feel like there's no peace between you, or they don't feel like you're peaceful, or they may feel like they don't know how there could be peace between you. I don't know. I'm going to pull one more card here. And if it comes out, it comes out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, I'm not going to force it. Oh, that in the world. Okay. They either feel like you are boastful, prideful, or they could be feeling like you are a show off, or they could be feeling lustful about you. Okay. So it's one or the other. But to some degree, for somebody out there, I feel like they feel like you're very prideful, very boastful. To some degree, they could be feeling like you are, you know, like I said, sometimes arrogant, not always. It could, you know, it's possible that the energy could go the other way around, but this is supposed to be how they feel about you. But sometimes it picks up the viewer's energy rather than the person that they're looking for. It's possible that for some of you, they could be thinking you're a snake in the grass, because there is a snake in the grass here. But that's not probably going to reign true for everybody. It depends on what other cards are being presented here. But this is someone who feels free. So there's also this thing here where they could be feeling like you are a literal free spirit. You don't have any, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't have, like, you don't have any shame. You don't have any guilt. You don't have, like, you don't have anything holding you back in terms of you literally are confident. And you don't care how anybody feels about, you know, what I want to say. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that at there. They could possibly not be wanting to communicate with you, or for some reason they feel you're not communicating with them and you're not doing your research, or they could be feeling like not doing the research about you. This, to me, this is the oddest pile of energy I've seen. It's odd. I'm sorry, you guys. It's really, really odd, but okay. I'm just going to go with it. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull tarot cards. Oh, let me clarify. You guys, let me clarify that yes. I don't really like, I'll be honest with you, I don't really like this particular reading because it's the oddest energy I've ever seen. And I mean odd. But okay. I'm at least glad and thankful that each reading is literally different energy. Sometimes I get the same energy repeated in every reading in a pick a card, and I really hate that when it happens. But in this one, it is literally picking up different energy for literally different groups of you, and I think that's the good thing. So what is this yes? I want to clarify that yes. Oh, okay. So in reverse, this is the Knave of Swords here. This is not spying, not looking, not paying attention to gossip or what other people are saying behind the scenes. So, yeah, you really don't care what other people think. You really don't care how other people feel about you. You know, you don't have no shame, no guilt. You are a free spirit. You're proud of yourself. You are, you know, you're not, you don't feel the need to hide or anything. You know, they feel like you, wow. They feel like you're really kind of like out there, but not out there in necessarily a bad way. I don't know. it's like you're a free spirit, a free agent. You know, you go with the wind. You do what you want to do. You go for what you want. But at the same time, I feel like they feel like you either like you know your self-worth, or maybe you need to work on it. For some reason I feel like they feel you need to work on yourself. You need to work on yourself because maybe they may think you're vain and arrogant sometimes and really conceited and boastful. Um, and you're so unrestricted and kind of like, you know, I don't, I feel like they feel like you're aggressive. So, like, you're bold. Like, you're bold. So, if there's something you want, you're going to go for it. You don't care what nobody else thinks. You're going to do you, be you. Um, Cocky. They think you're cocky. I already said arrogant, but cocky is more specific. No bars hold. Okay? No bars hold. You speak your mind. You don't hold anything back. And if you can't speak your mind, you won't say nothing at all. So that's this is telling me you're a very unique person. They definitely think you are you. You are you. I'm pretty sure they're aware there's nobody else like you, but I feel like they feel like somehow you need to um, work on yourself. Now you got the Three of Pentacles here also in regards to this. Yes, like that's to me about being acknowledged, being given credit where credit is due. Okay, it can also be about promotions, raises, recognition, being seen, being heard, that kind of thing. But it's definitely about um, being acknowledged. So you are more so about, yeah, like I said, I feel like they feel like you will put yourself out there and you don't really care what anybody else think. Do they think this is 100% wise? Not necessarily. Does this give them a peace of mind? Not necessarily. I don't know if this worries or concerns them in some form. To some degree, I feel like they envy this about you. But to some degree, I feel like also they feel like this brings you drama and chaos and you don't know how to cut it out. This message feels very specific for somebody. This reading may not very well be for everybody, that's for sure, because the energy is so specific, you know. Um, Let me pull some of the cards here to see how does this energy, what else do they feel about you? What else do they feel about you? So now I'm using my tarot cards. Oops. Crap. They feel like you're stubborn. Oh, they feel like you are stubborn. You so stubborn that you will turn your back to the world. Um, but I also could be feeling like they feel like it could also be feeling like they're feeling stubborn towards you as well. So keep in mind, you know, yeah, they could be feeling like you are stubborn, but also that, you know, they could be feeling like giving you the silent treatment as well, because they could be feeling stubborn about you and giving you silent treatment. But I feel like you guys, someone feels like they don't have to feel ashamed of anything and being who they are. And they feel like if you don't like it, you can kiss their behind, their backside. And they're literally showing you their backside, okay? Um, because they feel like they are the grand wizard. They are the, they, the, they feel like they are the bomb. They're like they're it. They feel confident in themselves and who they are. They don't care if you like who they are or not. They could be feeling like you know, this is, wow. Dang, this is interesting energy. Wow, okay. Once again, they about how they feel about you is like they can't make you out, they cannot read you. And it's because somehow you have blocked off your energy from them, you have turned your back on them. It's possible that they could turn their back on you, and maybe they don't want to speak to you. They're giving you the silent treatment. Somebody's giving somebody the silent treatment also here. So you guys take what resonates, what doesn't. There's something about the key here, though. Though they maybe turn their back and give you the silent treatment, they're still showing you that there's some, I feel like they're still showing you some value here. So they're not completely pulled out of the situation. They haven't completely withdrawn from the situation. They still find some value here. Because on one card, they got their back turned, but there's 4 coins here that's being presented to you. So there's still value here that they hold in you or the situation, or that you may hold in them. That I feel like, this is, they're not completely turned their back to the point where they don't see value here. Here, they turned their back. It could be even giving you the silent treatment, but there's still keys here offered behind them on this pillow. So they're still going to give you the keys, or they're still going to give you some sort of clues. They haven't shut you out yet. They are not cutting you out or cutting you off. They won't do it. Even though they may not see, I feel like they don't see the purpose in cutting you off. They just feel like they're just going to give you the silent treatment. Interesting. That's all I know. Very interesting. Okay, I don't know why I need that many cards, and I really don't want that many cards, but whatever. Okay, so somebody's not, they don't feel empowered in this situation. And therefore they are being resistant. They're feeling resistant because I feel like they feel an inferiority complex. They're feeling inferior in how they're, how they feel about you and how they're dealing with you. So they're choosing to do, what do people do when they have inferiority complex? They push back. Someone like this would literally say you're trying to control them. But it's not true. It's because they don't feel secure and they don't feel empowered in themselves. You know what I'm saying? They could be feeling like either, and I feel like this is how they feel about you, or they feel like this is how you are. Okay. What is this? They have no regrets. They have no regrets. And however, once again, they're not communicating. They're not communicating. They're not communicating. That's interesting. I feel like they're taking a break, you guys. Truly. I just feel like they're taking a break. So let's see what else. How else do they feel about you? Okay, 2 of Wands. They feel like they could go one path or the other. They can go in one direction or another. For some reason, when I saw this card though first, it felt like they could take it or leave it. Like, that's the energy I really got off of it. I normally never feel that way with the Two of Wands, but that's the energy I got immediately. They could take it or leave it. But it's also could be that they know they could go one way or another with the situation, or go one direction or another with the situation. Oh, pull the other deck. But for now, they're just, they got their back turned. They ain't paying attention either. They ain't thinking about you. They ain't gonna waste their time or energy on you right now. At least right now they're not. They're just focused on they ain't thinking about you. And it's not to be negative. It's just right now, they don't feel like they need to put their time or their energy or effort into you. They're looking forward, they're looking ahead, and they're thinking, they're contemplating, they're taking time to think about how they feel, what they want, what's going on, how they feel about the situation, how they feel about you. They're even looking at further horizons or whatever, But right now, they're taking a break because they felt like you were cocky, arrogant, possibly a snake in the grass, not very wise, like you were possibly maybe, I don't know if you were out of control or if you were not operating from a positive place. Like they feel like somehow you felt high and mighty or empowered at times, but you weren't operating from the most positive place for some reason. It feels like they didn't have no peace of mind dealing with you. They didn't really feel like things were going anywhere with you. And they just weren't interested in looking at what everybody else is doing. They don't care about the same. It feels like they felt like you were into putting on airs, and that's not how they are. They're not like that. That doesn't bring them any peace of mind, and for them, that just doesn't feel like that's where they want to go. In it, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. It also could be feeling like they wanted you to give credit where credit is due, or acknowledge them in some form. They feel like you could, but they feel like you need to work on yourself, though. You need to work on yourself. They could be feeling like you need to work on your sense of self-worth. Like it's good to have high self-esteem or to feel good about yourself, but is that sense of self-worth and that self-esteem, is it coming from a good place, or is it coming from a shallow place? Is it coming from a place of substance, or is it coming from a shallow place, But for some reason it feels like they don't have no shame, no regrets. They don't feel bad about this, They could be feeling like you literally, like I said, they could be feeling like for some reason you tried to control them or manipulate them simply because they felt like you were unempowered and you somehow this was supposed to make you feel better. But a lot of times when people feel that way, they're the ones who feel insecure, is what I notice. They're the ones who literally feel insecure, and they will try to project that energy onto you. There are some instances where people do try to control and manipulate people. Other times, it's just that other person feeling insecure and unempowered, and so they'll try to project their insecurities onto the other person and say, "You're trying to control me," simply because they don't feel secure in themselves or they don't feel good about themselves. They feel a loss of power, and some people, they literally will project. And so they don't see a lot of value here in a situation. They don't even know if they can see a new beginning or a new start. Um, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. Okay. Is there anything else I can pull? One more set of cards here to pull from before I do advice and then end this. Six of Cups in reverse. They're not interested in looking back. They're not interested in returning back to the past or past mistakes or past errors. They don't feel like looking back. They feel like they also could be feeling like you're not interested in going back or looking back or going back to the past or reliving the past or something. I don't know. They could be feeling like you're looking ahead and looking forward and you're just not interested in returning back to whatever. Okay. Nine of Staffs in reverse. So they don't feel prepared, or they feel like either they feel like you're not prepared, you're not ready, or they feel like they're not ready to deal with you, or they're just not prepared to deal with you. That's interesting. Okay. Seven of Staffs, Seven of Wands. So a part of them wants to keep up with this and stay on top of the situation. Another part of them just kind of want to just like not give any energy to it at all. You know. Okay. So let's do the advice. You're being told to wait. You got improving health. So if this situation's been really stressing you out and causing you to feel depressed or whatever, you're gonna get past that, you know. If it's physical health, you're gonna get past that as well. But you're being told to wait, and let's see what else comes up. Choose a new direction, and you're ready. Okay, you're ready. So I feel like maybe you're ready to you're ready. You might be ready to get past all this. I rarely ever see this card. Rarely. It's a beautiful card, but it's rare. I think there's more than one you're ready in the deck, but that particular one rarely ever comes out. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Okay. And this is not just about love. This can relate to family situations, friendships, whatever type of situation this is. You know, this person, they just don't have the same interest in return. They just don't. getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So, I just see a lot of, what do you call it, contradictory type of energy in this reading. So, this is what I'm going to say, what I'm definitely seeing here. Children. Your life is being affected by children somehow. Okay. And I'm not done with this reading, but what I'm seeing somehow so far is that the situation is not completely done and over with, but for now, it's not going anywhere. Whoever this is that you're asking about, they need their time, they need their space, and they feel like they feel like they need to regather themselves, regain their peace of mind, figure out how they really feel about the situation and you, and they feel like you need to go work on yourself. And I feel like maybe it's a possibility that then you guys could pick up where you left off, but somehow they feel like you need to work on yourself. And if, before they approach dealing with you again, if they decide to deal with you again. But somehow I don't feel like this is the end completely, because there's indications that somewhere down the line, once they've come out of their um, mode of turning their back to you or not talking to you or communicating with you, um, you guys are going to at some point discover that maybe you can just find common ground again and rebuild your friendship or your family uh, relationship, or your whatever kind of relationship it is, your love situation, whatever it is. But for the time being, there's work to be done. There's some healing that needs to be done. There's some sort of self-discovery, realization, and some sort of changes that need to happen within you and within them before you guys can come back together, because they don't really know. They just can't figure you out, and for some reason I feel like it's possible that you can't figure them out either, or that you really are just like, this is who I am, take it or leave it. And they may see that. I don't know. Um, Three of Water here. So there's a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement, the need to have more fun. Um, I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's children card being presented here. And then there's the Three of Water. Three of Water, Three of Cups can sometimes signal pregnancy. It could also signal good news as well. You know, only for a very tiny fraction of you will there be something about one of you may hear about a pregnancy, one of you may get pregnant or know that the other one's pregnant, or um and it's possible this might be what may be affecting you in your situation, or it's possible that this may be what brings you back together. um like, let's say if it's a friendship, you might discover that your friend is pregnant, or they might discover that you're pregnant, and then you come back together in celebration for a baby shower and like, oh, congratulations, oh my god, that kind of thing. Whereas you may have not been talking for a minute because you guys may have fallen out with each other, had disagreement, and just can't, seem to get past whatever it is. But if it's a family situation, it could very well be the exact same thing. Somebody comes up pregnant in the family, and all of a sudden it allows everybody to put their differences aside, because children changes everything. If it's, like I said, it could be a relationship, a marriage, whatever it is, a divorce situation. It could be somebody you're dating, talking to, interested in. If whatever the situation is, it can even be coworkers. One thing I do know to be true: if a child announcement of a child being on the way pops up in a situation, it usually allows most people to put their differences aside and be happy for that occasion and be happy for the other person. You know what I'm saying? And be able to celebrate and come together, because children have a way of bringing people together sometimes. Not always. Sometimes it can cause dissension as well, depending on the kind of situation it is. But in most cases, when most people hear that somebody's expecting a child, you're usually going to be happy for them. Usually. There's rare occasions where it could be where that wouldn't be good news, but not always. And I'm just saying this is only going to resonate for some of you, not everybody. For others of you, it's just going to be good news. Somebody may announce and say, hey, they getting married and they want to invite you to their wedding or something or whatever. Or, hey, I'm getting this promotion or this raise, and they find, and they're so happy about it. They want to announce it to you and share that good news. And you could be like, oh, you want to be happy for them. And, that could be what bring you back together. Or maybe one day you guys just decide that it's not worth it, and you decide you want to come back together and have a good time, because maybe you remember that you guys always had good times together regardless of whatever caused you to um fall out with one another or not be able to speak to each other in this time. But whatever the case is, this Three of Cups, this whole thing of being able to get together and have a good time, remembering good times and celebrations and uh, good news and announcements, this is definitely going to bring you guys back together whenever this good news comes up for either one of you. It could be your good news or their good news. It could be you both deciding, hey, I want to have a good time. Such and such was always a good time. And y'all both be deciding, yeah, what? We always have a good time no matter what. Let's get together. You got the Sun card. Once again, somebody may have a child on the way, or it's just literally about having a good time. Something is going to come up, some good news, or a desire to really just put differences aside and have a good time, or there's a child on the way. So somebody's getting a raise, a promotion, or something good is popping off for somebody in their life, their career, that they really want to celebrate, and the news gets out. Like, you could literally be scrolling your Facebook or your Instagram, and then you see that one of your friends or family members or coworkers who you ain't been talking to in a while, they announce something really great is happening for them in their life, and you're just like, oh, what, for real? Wow. And then you finally decide to break the ice and like, you know what, I'm happy for them, you know what I'm saying, and tell them congratulations, and it brings you back together, you know what I'm saying, and you pick up where you left off. For others of you, literally, it's going to be, like I said, somebody's going to get some good news about something that's just going to bring you back together, it depending on what it is. Okay. It'll break the ice one way or another. And then there's Two of Water, a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. That's reconciling. That's coming back together, choosing to be friends again, choosing to put differences aside and be cool again, choosing to be a couple again, or to date again, or to fix your marriage, or to fix your family relationship, or to fix your coworker relationship, whatever it is, or a good, a contract comes together, a deal is made. Some of you could really receive a contract, something you've been waiting, anticipating on, and it's good news. For others of you, it's literally you want to come together and have a good time, because you always knew no matter what, y'all come together, you have a good time. And for you, you're just like, it's worth it to put our differences aside and just have a good time, because the Sun card is all about happy outcomes, brewing new ideas that lead to success, and having confidence in yourself. Two of Cups is about coming back together, agreeing, reconciling, seeing eye to eye, whatever. Okay, that's good energy. Um, for some of you, it'll be, marriage, whatever. But let's see, Three of Earth. So here it comes again, the Three of Pentacles. So that's all about recognition, you guys. Once again, recognition for very high quality work. So somebody may get a raise, or promotion. Somebody may get acknowledged. Like, somebody may go viral, or all of a sudden they get a lot of popularity on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, and people really start to take notice of them, including the other person, or you may notice them because of that. It could also be just acknowledge any other person finally, or they finally acknowledging you, or you're acknowledging each other. There's the power of creativity here. Being a team player also. Being a team player also is with the Three of Pentacles, the balance card. Okay. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. And I'm going to pull some more advice cards here. Okay, so I'm glad I figured this one out because this energy was so unique and so different. It literally took a minute to really figure this one out because it's not usual or typical energy. So you got connect with your soul family. And when I say, I don't know if a lot of people understand what it means, connect with your soul family. This is something in more recent times I'm discovering what it means. Sometimes you hold certain principles and beliefs that align with your spirit and your soul. For me, it's been, I'm discovering my discontent in life and my, moments of unhappiness that's been more frequent than it should be. It comes from not just not feeling like, oh, I don't fit in society, but it's just recognizing I don't share the same principles and values that a lot of people in the American culture share. Like the whole thing of everybody's always on their hustle and grind all the time, chasing money. That's not me. But I understand the mindset. It's because we, in this society, we have been bred to think that we have to keep our nose to the grindstone and chase money because it's the only way to survive. It's the only way to have a good life. And it's like, what I do know is most people will stay on that, that rat race wheel, chasing a dangling carrot, trying to win the prize because everybody is chasing after the American dream, the luxury, the security, the this and that and other, the good life. Many people won't, there's plenty of people who won't make it. They'll just kill themselves though trying to make it, exhaust themselves, wear themselves out, depress themselves, and then have to medicate themselves. Or they discover they're depressed, and most people, they don't understand their lifestyle in chasing the American dream is why they're depressed, why they're unhealthy, why they're stressed, why they're, like I said, feeling so discontent in life. And I'm like, I have to disconnect from people who think this way, because people like that, if you think differently and you're the kind of person who says, I only want to acquire what I need, it's fine if I acquire more, and you decide you want to live a more carefree life, someone who's exact opposite and they're very materialistic and they're very much about their coins, their money, the cars, the clothes, and you're not about all that, that's not somebody you're going to be able to connect that well with. Could you be friends with them? Could you be in a relationship with them? Yeah. But you're going to need to have this other group of people who they think like you and they understand you, so that you're not battling you against the world and everybody who doesn't understand you. You need a group of people who you can go to because you know they understand you. Connect with them because you know they understand you. It doesn't mean that everybody in your circle has to be the same kind of person and be just like you and think just like you, but you do want to have your usual circle of people, and then you want to have your other circle of people that you literally can connect with, so that you understand that, okay, you are who you are and it's okay to be who you are, and you're not losing your mind, and these people will understand you instead of misunderstanding. Okay, give yourself the best. Do something nice for yourself. Celebrate yourself. That's simple put card. Dare to be happy. Be you and just go for your happiness. Okay, don't worry about everybody else. Don't worry about if they accept you or not. Don't worry about what they think of you. Don't worry about if things are working out or not. Just dare to be happy. Just try to be happy no matter what. Force yourself to be happy. Eventually you'll take on that energy. Listen to happy songs. Listen to guided meditation. Whatever you got to do. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine sacred space. Your sacred space could be in your car, in your mind, in your bathroom, at a favorite park when you go for walks. Just have a place you can go. It could be your closet. Have a place where you can go where you can literally, in your mental state, visually create an altar or literally set up an actual altar. Somewhere where you can go talk with God, talk with, the angels, whatever it is you want to do. Pray, talk to your ancestor, guiding children. So children comes up again. You are good at helping counseling and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. Some of you may very well be ready for children, or this is a sign that you might be. Some of you might be expecting children. Some of you may not even know it. Okay, but whatever. Here we go. Here we go. Another child popping up. There is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. Peace card. Because, the one thing I know about this card, she always looked like she want to cry. And like she's just hanging in there. But she also looked overjoyed. And why wouldn't she be? She has this baby in her arms. Like, blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process. And do not give up. Okay? You guys, so that has been your reading. Group 3. If you liked the reading, if you felt like it was insightful, please hit the like button. Please feel free to share these readings and check out the other readings on my channel. This reading was done live, so people was able to come in and out of the chat and in and out of video and watch live. And a lot of times when somebody watches a reading live, your energy is picked up very well, to the point where it literally can become like a personal reading for free. But you got to be able to catch that reading live, and if you guys are wise, because my channel isn't over bombarded with as many viewers and subscribers as other channels, this literally can be y'all's opportunity that when you catch readings live, it literally can become like a personal free reading for you, okay? I would personally take advantage of that, truly. But other than that, you guys, I wish you all the best. Please hit the like button. It helps my channel out. And please feel free to comment. Let me know if the reading resonates, how it resonates, and to make suggestions on other kind of readings you would like to see, because I do pay attention to comments and suggestions, and I do take them seriously. So, all right, I'm tired. Peace. Bye, you guys. And take care.